Hey, it's Kyle Meredith, and welcome to another edition of Kyle Meredith With, an audio interview series presented by WFPK Independent Louisville and Consequence of Sound. My guest today, Jared Leto of 30 Seconds to Mars. They've just released a new record called America, first one in just a few years. We got to talk about the themes behind it, as it's a snapshot of America in 2018, as well as its bigger, glossier sound. It's Kyle Meredith with Jared Leto of 30 Seconds to Mars. Hi, Jared. How are you?
Great. Thanks so much for having me.
No, it's a pleasure. Congratulations on this record, man. It's great to hear you guys again.
My absolute pleasure, man. It's good to be here and good to be talking to you.
Titling a record America in 2018, I mean, that says a whole lot. I know you started writing this, a few years ago, back in 2015. I was wondering, does America mean the same thing to you now as it did then?
Well, probably not. I mean, I think that it's, the idea of America changes all the time. That's one of the reasons it's such a fascinating idea and a place. It's constantly evolving. And as an artist, I'm evolving as well. And, this album is just one kind of document about my experience, my brother's experiences, and we're really proud of it. Getting a tremendous response, and we're looking forward to getting out on tour in America in June and July.
Working on something for that long, I mean, over the course of several years, was it hard to keep the thread in the direction and not, shoot the plot, I guess?
No, not really. I mean, the good news is America is just a gift that keeps giving. I mean, as far as creative inspiration and material, there's been a never-ending, barrage of unexpected situations and experiences.
I know much has been said about, this sound. It's a bigger sound. It's a brighter sound. Some would say it's a slicker, poppier sound. I started thinking, much like Beck, who was sort of talking about the same thing with his new record, that there's an approach to pop with a more artful side to it. I don't know if that kind of conversation went into it, but that's sort of what it seems like to me.
I mean, I think you're probably pretty close. I mean, I love good craftsmanship, whether it's Nirvana or Depeche Mode or Prince or Michael Jackson, or, I love, an intention to deliver a song that is super efficient, a 3-minute pop song like a Police song or a Dr. Dre track. I mean, there's good music everywhere, whether it's pop or hip hop or rock, and there's bad music everywhere, whether it's hip hop, pop, or rock. So, I think we explore a lot of different musical styles on this record. We use, strings and tubas and gospel choirs and guitars and drums and a lot of unexpected sounds, and it's really fun for us to explore new territory. I think it's really modern, and it's a great way to break new ground and say new things.
The whoa-oh-ohs seem to be a part of that conversation, which they've become a popular thing to do in songs right now. I don't. Is that just timing that it lined up for you guys like that, or did you say, what, we can work with that and we can work that into what we're doing?
No, I mean, ever since our first album, I've been whoa-ohing since The Kill, in 2005. I mean, I think I wrote that song in 2004, to be honest, or 3. But, it's a good universal way to sing along if you travel from country to country like we do, and we tour so much around the world. The old kind of football, soccer chant, there's a great way to communicate and have a universal language.
I know there's a fine line with songs and a lot on here that could be about a girl or about a government.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dangerous Night is a good example. It seems like a song about a boy and a girl. It's really about America. But in other songs like Walk on Water, a song about the times that we're living in, a song about change, about freedom, about standing up and fighting for what you believe in.
I know immigration's sort of a part of that too. Being a touring artist, you get to see that a little bit closer than other artists do, or well, other people do, I guess I should say, just being around the world. Do you see that there's going to be a change in that? Because right now that seems like more divisive than ever.
Absolutely. I mean, we travel around all over the world, and I think we're exposed to a lot of different cultures, and I think exposure leads to understanding and acceptance, whether it's the Middle East, playing shows in the Middle East or in Mexico. We have a lot of respect for these places around the world, and it becomes a lot less scary when you know people and you know places. And I think it's been a really good thing for us as a band. We're here in Europe now. I'm in Paris right now. We're looking forward to getting back to the States and playing shows in America and bringing this big, wild, crazy concert to a town near you guys.
Jared, it's such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for the talk and for this album.
Thank you, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks so much to my guest, Jared Leto. 30 Seconds to Mars. The new record is called America. Don't forget to subscribe to Consequence of Sound's YouTube channel to keep up with your favorite artists and interviews, and WFPK.org, where I do a show every Monday through Thursday from noon to 3 Eastern. I'm Kyle Meredith. I'll see you next time.